mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it and you're gonna do it for yourself.
2 minutes is there.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden, opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and
Nithyananda, welcome to Nithyananda Yoga, the most authentic yoga from the source, revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. We'll be beginning with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Vandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Keep your eyes closed as we chant the Shiv Moli mantra 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 Watchman. Om Atudattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Vidyadattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Shivadattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Now let's enter into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Om Mamopata Samasta Dudasha Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Pritatham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Pritatham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtaya Asyam Sabatidho Punarogayukta Dragati Yogi Ksarya Siddhartham Paramshiva Shakti Aviskanatham Nithyananda Yogabhyatham Tarikshe Om Krishna. For this, let's get ready to enter into the asana sequence. We will be entering into the Chaturtha Vinyasa Krama, the first sequence. The first asana. For today is Hecharasana. So as you sit in a comfortable seated posture, as you bring your legs in Padmasana, to cross your legs, sit in Padmasana. With your spine tall, shoulder relaxed, rest each of your hands gently on the knee. Palms facing down. Maintain the chest open. Shoulders relaxed. Ground your sitting bones evenly on the floor. Perform the Keshi Mudra. Keshi Mudra is where you turn your tongue gently back and up into the hollow of the mouth. This is Keshi Mudra. Perform the Maha Mudra Bandha. So inhale in Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where you inhale deeply and hold the breath while withdrawing the senses, bringing your attention inward as you hold as long as comfortable, and then exhale and pull the stomach in and up in Mool Bandha, Udyana Bandha, tuck the chin to the chest, and Jalandhar Bandha, performing all three bandhas together, Mahamudra Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose and visualize your awareness lifting from the body into the vast expanse of inner sky. See yourself drift weightlessly through the limitless space, moving beyond earthbound limits into silent freedom, where your only pure consciousness abides. Time to japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Asanam Nam Padmasanascha Jivaya Talum Pisha. The next asana is Agrasanam. So as you are seated in Padmasana, with your spine tall, shoulder relaxed, rest each your hands gently on the knees, on the respective knees. Keep your palms facing down. Maintain the chest open. Now perform the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep your eyes open wide, steady. Gaze outward while awareness rests deeply within. Perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath while withdrawing the senses inward. And draw the attention inward as you hold as long as comfortable. And then forcibly exhale. And perform the Mool Bandha and pull the stomach in and up in Udyan Bandha. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Visualize your body as a sacred vessel. Spine as a radiant mala of 108 luminous beads. A sacred garland offered upward. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Agrasanam cha prasamam. Para Swada asanam apya adham. Madhyasanam tathevantya. Simhasanam api uchyate. The next asana is Naradalaya Mudraha. Where you sit comfortably in Padmasana and rest. Once again, rest your hands on the respective knees, palms facing down. And this time perform the Kechari Mudra once again and turn the tongue upward and draw into the hollow of the mouth. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where you inhale deeply and hold the breath, withdrawing the senses inward, bringing your attention inward as long as comfortable, and then exhale slowly, performing the Moola Bandha. Visualize a flame of the consciousness glowing steadily within as the Narada celestial melody arises. Its note your awareness into blissful absorption. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Rechakaratam Karim Kumbha Kumbhaka Yojam Madram Khechari Vadipo Lay Mevahi Narad Hi Lay Jate Hi Har Tajagam Bhaye. The next asana is Humkarasana. Once again, sit comfortably in Padmasana, spine tall and steady. Place both the palms firmly on the sides. Palms pressing gently against your oblique with thumb and fingers down. So place your hands on the sides and thumbs are turned forward and extended and hold the abdomen long. Pratyahara Kumbhaka. So inhale deeply and hold the breath while drawing the sense inward. And as you lift and straighten your chest and the upper torso, keep your posture open and upright. After deep inhalation, pronounce a sound syllable. Internally to drive the life wind upward. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, and the japa is visualize a luminous blue vibration of light energy glowing at your navel. Feel its radiant power through the central channel. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Guhya Vayam Nadya Madhye Krishna Upaya Padmasanena tu Sthapaye Hastadvayam Parshvayoho Nyaset. The next asana is Virocha Nasana. So once again, sit in a classic posture, the Padmasana. Lengthen your spine, keep your posture open and upright. Rest your hands firmly on the sides with the thumb up. Turn forward and extended abdomen. Broaden your chest while lifting your upper body. Interlock the fingers to form Umachena Kara Mudra. Keep your hands on the sides. Breathe deeply through the alternative nostril, pulling the abdomen sides inward to engage the bandha. Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath comfortably. Withdrawing the senses inward, bring your attention inward. Visualize yourself seated as the radiant Vairochana. The all illumination presence of at the center of the dharma. We chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yoga Charat Yoga Chayanan Upakarno Bhushitam Vairochana Pada Sana Vistin Bandhe Pranavayu Rasosh Vishuddha. The next asana is Jnana Mudrasana. To come to the kneeling position, knees rounded, toes tucked under your feet, and sit back gently onto your sitting bones. Keep your spine tall and your chest open to ease your breath. Relax your shoulders down, hands resting on the thighs in Bindu Mudra. So touch the index finger and the thumb together. Rest on the knees in Bindu Mudra, allowing your awareness to gather into a single point. Samavritti Kumbhaka, where you inhale to the nose. Exhale evenly, maintaining the rhythmic breath without strain. Hands in Bindu Mudra, palms facing up. Engage Mahamudra Bandha, all three bandhas, Mul Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize resting in wisdom's seat, grounded at your core. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Janu Bhayam Adho Bhumau Thapya Hide Chandra Mudram Dharayan. The next asana is Kaya Yamaga Asana. Let's start from the standing position with your feet slightly wider than hip width. So keep your feet slightly wider than your shoulders, and then your toes slightly turned out. And then from this position, bend your knees deeply into the lower, to lower your hips down the ground until your thighs are close to the calf. So you lower yourself down, thighs parallel to the toes tucked. Sit on the perineum. Sit in the perineum. Chest lifted and spine tall. Place your palms together on the thighs. Avoid letting your knees collapse inward by pressing them gently outward. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti. Inhale and exhale rhythmically. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize prana flowing freely through your legs, clearing the tightness and dissolving stiffness. See the golden light flushing away stagnant energy, lubricating and strengthening each connection. Shanti Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Mele Vyarati Hele Iraki Nalaiku Elu Kuru Kuru. The next asana is Utkatasana Dve. So from the similar posture, maintain your balance with your weight resting on the heels, toes tucked. Lower down yourself in a control, but avoid sitting bones contracting at the back of your heels. Rest your hands gently on the top of your knees with your elbows straight. So keep your elbows straight. Engage your core and lengthen your spine, lifting to the chest. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize the fierce form of Lord Shiva, Lord Rudra in your inner space. Keep yourself steady and grounded. Like Lord Rudra, you embody the strength, the stability, and unshakable will to transforming effort into blissful strength. Shanti Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pradagushtam Maya Bhyashatabhya Dharam Gulfocha Ke Gatohu Tato Pari Budam Nyastam Vijineyam Uttakatasanam. The next asana is Vakrasana. So from the standing position, keep your feet shoulder width apart and sit into a squatting position, keeping your thighs parallel to the ground, with feet remaining flat. The feet are flat and you are sitting in a squatting position with your thighs parallel to the ground. So lower yourself more down, bringing your thighs parallel to the ground. Interlace the fingers at the navel center and hold yourself in this position as you perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. So bring your thighs parallel to the ground. So sit in a deep squatting position where your thighs are parallel to the ground. Ujjayi Kumbhaka, where you inhale, contracting the throat, draw the breath slowly in through the nostril, produces the sound of the ocean. Engage Mulabandha, visualize sinking into the static squat as energy twists from the upper body to the hip, legs, awakening the Kundalini. Namajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atavakrasanam. The next asana is Pithasana. So lower yourself down with feet slightly wider than hip width. Turn your toes slightly out, bend your knees deeply into the lower squatting position. Place your hands on the respective knees. Place your hands on the respective knees and keep your elbows pointing out. Lift and open your chest to lengthen your spine. Place the palms firmly for stability. Avoid grounding your back by keeping your chest lifted. Then press into your feet. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mulabandha. Envision prana flowing up through your core, energizing and opening with Anahata Chakra. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Pitham Ardham Chandram Va, Sarvato Bandham, Evacha Asanam, Ruchitam Bandha. Padmate asana lakshanam atha karmanaha. The next asana is Bhumi Padam Rusthasana. So start seated with your legs comfortable and place both the palms on the ground in front of you. Lean forward slightly while keeping your spine upright. Relax your shoulders, hips high. Bring your gaze to the floor. Place hands evenly for the balance. Avoid collapsing your chest. Engage Mulabandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize prana flowing freely through your legs, clearing the tightness and dissolving stiffness. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Karadvayam Tarab Bhumau, Puta, Karena Dharayet, Kinchit, Anmitra, Tanu, Nishara, Charamasanaha. The next asana is Kundali Asana. So start from the standing position with your feet hip width apart, spine elongated, and hold your opposite wrist with one hand behind your back. So both the hands are behind and hold the one wrist. Engage your glutes and thighs as you press your pelvis forward and open up your chest. Tilt your head back. Gently pull your arms down further for depth. Shambhavi Mudra. Engage with Mulabandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize a luminous spiral of quiet energy at your spine's base, dense and vibrant. Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Atha Kundali Asanam. The next asana is Padahastasana. To start is from the standing position with your feet hip width apart and then hinge forward from your hips to fold. Lean forward over your legs. Let your head and neck relax. towards the ground, placing your hands beside your feet or hold your ankles for the support. Avoid locking your knees. Keep your engage Mulabandha, Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, visualize your spine elongated as you fold forward, releasing the tension through your neck and back. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Pada Hasta Sanam Nama, Pada Hastabhyam. Sparshe Yadai, Sirasa Janudeshe, Espriset, Pada Hastasanam Bhavet. The next asana is Swana Prasarangana Purvangam. So from the Gajasana posture, come to the Gajasana posture with your heels high, hips high, palms on the ground, feet on the ground, heels are raised. Press yourself up, shifting forward to bring your shoulders beyond your wrist. Engage your core to support this movement. Place your hands firmly for stability. Avoid collapsing your lower back. Shambhavi Mudra. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a keen, alert dog, poised with vibrant energy, ready to spin. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Kandarosmakam, Purashata, Prasarya, Pakratayokaye. Rise up as we get ready for the next asana, which is Angushta Mushtikasana. So from the standing position, take a wide stance. So spread your legs wide apart and bend your front knee at 90 degrees. Bend your front leg at 90 degrees and your back leg is straight. Then hinge forward. From this position, hinge forward. Bring your chest just above your forward thigh. Interlace a finger behind you and extend your arms back and up. Place your hands actively to open and stretch. Avoid collapsing your chest by keeping your sternum lifted slightly. Visualize prana flowing through your arms and chest. Perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha. The mudra is Pasha Hasta Mudra, where you play. Hands are interlaced, forming the shape of an X. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Bandhasanamethyaho, Gorakshatanamevacha, Angushtamushtikam Yena, Dhamma Prasaryan Tatha. The next asana is Siddha Stambha Dhirohana Asana. So from the standing position, stabilize the knees and engage the thigh joints. Now step one leg back into a lunge with your upper body straight. Now extend the back leg straight and then lift and move it forward, back, and to the sides in a controlled circular sequence. So it's a dynamic asana where you are moving the back leg, which is straight, into a circular position. The front leg is bent at 90 degrees. And start moving the back leg which is straight in a circular motion, lifting to the sides, to the center, and to the other side. Perform the Ujjayi Kumabhaka Pranayama, Mula Bandha, envision prana flowing steadily through your legs and core, awakening inner vitality. And the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Purasandhidharanam cha, Tatho Prarena Param, Siddha Sambhadhiro, Haram Dandadhat, Thaivacha. The next asana is Ekapadasana. So from the standing position with your feet together, shift your weight onto one leg and hinge forward from your hips as you lift your other leg straight back until it is parallel to the ground. Then extend your arms forward in line with your ears. Interlace the hands effectively and activate for the balance. Avoid twisting your hips by keeping them at level. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Perform the Ujjayi Kumabhaka Pranayama. Hold and balance. Visualize one leg arching behind your head and body. Karmic knots. The ancient samskaras dissolving into boundless freedom. Tap the chin to the chest and Jalandhara Bandha. Engage Mul Bandha. And the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Siddham Padmam Tatha Simham Bhadra Vajram Tamaptekam Guptavo Mukha Mecha Vidam Sa Tiktva Mecha. The next asana is Chandrakanta Asana. So from the deep lunge, so once again, bring the legs in the deep lunge with your front knee stacked over your ankle and the back knee is resting on the mat. The back knee, you can rest it on your mat. Press into the front foot as you lift your chest and arch your back. Reach your arms overhead. Extend them slightly behind your head with your palms together for connection. Avoid collapsing your lower back. Hands in Anjali Mudra, Ujjayi Kumabhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize cool moonlight raging through your spine, filling you with steady, calming energy. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Arjunarishwaram Chaitam Prakasanam Dharave Chandrakanta Sudhasaram Vyaghra Saram Tatviti Param. The next asana is Ardha Chandrasana. So from the standing position with your feet wide apart and your front foot turned forward, hinge at your hips to lower your front hand towards your ankles while keeping your top arm resting along the side of the body. Keep your chest open towards the side, hands placed lightly for the balance. Avoid letting your top shoulders roll forward by drawing it back. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumabhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize your whole form as a clear, radiant, crescent bone. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Udake Padadvayam Prasarya Hastadvayam Vyomi Nidharaye Rechika Tadvrashtrikar Yam Prasarat Adadishti Name. The next asana is Ardha Chandrasana Purvanga. So start from the standing with feet wide apart and your front foot pointing forward. Then hinge at your hip to reach your front hand towards your front ankle while extending your top arm forward in line with your body. Keep your chest open. Raise your lower hand slightly for balance. Avoid collapsing your upper body. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mula Bandha, and visualize your whole form as a clear, radiant crescent moon. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Asta Vama Dakshino Yuk, Patyapataye, Dakshina Pashve, Nimitta, Yamam Tat, Purvamay Purayet. The next asana is Gajasana Dve. So from the standing position with your feet hip width apart and place your hands just above your knees. Bend forward slightly while keeping your spine long and body steady. Keep your palms firmly on the thighs for the stability. Keep your chest lifted, gaze forward. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as a mighty elephant, steady and grounded in unwavering strength. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Janvo Urdhva Karo Sthape, Sthira Devo Bhave Dridam, Etat Gajasanam Sharva, Vignam Viched Karakam. The next asana is Nachiketa asana. From the standing position, with your feet hip width apart and spine elongated, raise your arms straight above your head, keeping your shoulder relaxed away from your ears. Press your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Engage the core. Perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize embodying Nachiketa's unique quality. Razor sharp discernment, piercing illusion, fearless resolving, defining depth, and selfless wisdom seeking only the eternal truth. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Atana Nachiketa Sanam. The next asana is Varahasana 3. From the standing position with feet wider than your hips. So keep your feet wider than your hips and bend your knees. Bend forward, knees are straight, hinge forward, place both the hands on the ground under your shoulders. Keep your spine long, your hips slightly higher than your knees. And place both the palms firmly forward. For stability, avoid locking your knees. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra. Engage Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a steadfast board rooted firmly and pushing forward with unwavering power. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Karatala Bhumo Sthapaya, Padangushta Bhujantare, Udram Chodhu Uthapaya, Varahasanam Nada Asanam. The next asana is Angushta Mushtikasana. Repeated on the other side. So you have to perform in the opposite direction. Previously you have performed. So from the standing position, take a wide stance with your front knee bent at 90 degrees. So if you had previously performed with right leg front, now bring the left leg. And if you have performed the left leg front previously. Bring the right leg and this time. So your head is, the crown of the head is not on the ground. You are leaning forward. As you are leaning forward with your front knee at 90 degree, hands are interlaced at the back, forming like an X. You are bending your body, but the back leg is straight without bending the knees. And perform the Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha and vision prana flowing through your arm and chest. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Bandhasana Etyaho Go Rakshasana Mevacha Angushtamashtikam Yena Brahma Tatha Didam Tatha. Then next asana is Tridha Stamba Dhiroha Asana. So from the standing position, stabilize your knees, engage the thigh joints, hands on the hips as you bring one leg into the lunge and the front knee is at 90 degree. And extend the back leg straight and then lift it and move it forward to your back, to your side in a controlled circular sequence. Once again, we are repeating this asana on the other side. So switch your legs from the previous asana that you performed. It's in the asana, and then start moving your back leg. Lift your back leg and place it on the side. Again, lift your back leg, place it on the center, to the left, to the right. Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, Ujjayi Prana flowing steadily, relax and go, awaken inner vitality. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Purisa Sandhi Dharanam Cha Tatho Tathoda Pranayam Param. Now relax. The next asana is Ekapadasana, repeating on the other side. Once again, perform, bring the feet together, shift your weight onto one leg, which will be the opposite leg for the asana that you performed previously. And hinge forward, lean forward as you bring your hips, as you lift the other leg straight until your back is parallel to the ground. Extend your arms forward in line with your ears. Interlace your hands actively for balance. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Ujjayi Kumka Prana, visualize one leg is stretching behind your head. Embodying karmic knots, dissolving into boundless freedom. Perform Jalandhar Bandha, engage Mulbandha. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Siddham Padmam Tatha Simham, Bhadram Vajram Cha Muktakam, Guptam Gomukham Ekam Cha, Vedam Swastikam Evacha. Relax. The next asana is Chandrakanta Asana. Once again, bring yourself in a deep lunge with your front knee stacked over your ankle and your back knee is resting on the mat. Press yourself into the front foot as you lift your chest and arms the back. Reach your arms overhead and extend them slightly behind with your palms together for connection. Avoid collapsing your lower back by lengthening through your spine. Perform the Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, engage Bandha. Visualize cool moonlight racing through your spine. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ardhanarishwara Chaitam Chaivam Akasanam Bharave Chandrakanta Sudhasaram Vyaghrasanam Eti Param. The next asana is Ardha Chandrasana. We are repeating on the other side. So stand with your feet wide apart and your front foot Turn forward. Hinge at your hips to lower your front hand forward towards your ankles while keeping your top arm resting alongside of your body. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mool Bandha, visualize your side body forming a tangible crescent moon. Shantivipa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Udage Pardoyam Prasarya Hastadvo, Vyomidra Dinhaya. The next asana is Ardha Chandrasana Purvanga, repeating on the other side. So from the standing position with your feet width apart, feet wide apart, and your front foot pointing forward, hinge at your hips to reach your front hand towards your front ankle while extending your top arm forward in line with your body. Hands is resting on the sides of your body. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra, engage Mool Bandha, visualize your side body extending fully, creating crescent shape of light and spirit. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Asto Vama Dakshino, Yugu Patapatayet, Dakshina Pashve Nimitva, Vamamanam Tata, Purvamane Kuryat. The next asana is Parvatasana 3. So from the standing tall position with your feet together, ground evenly through the feet, and bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra above your head. Gently tilt your head backward, gazing upward towards your hands or the ceiling. Keep your chest open and spine long as you maintain the posture. Samavritti, Kumbhaka, inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining the rhythmic breath without strain. Exhale and pull the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha, engage Mool Bandha, Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a towering mountain, standing tall and unmovable. Gurutak Paramuthapya Shariram Yata Tishtati Gurutakana Muktya Sarvavyadi Vinashanam. The next asana is Swana Prasaranga Asana, Taranga. So from the kneeling position, place both the hands on the mat, just ahead of your shoulders. Press yourself up, shift forward to bring your shoulders beyond your wrist as you lift your head and chest. Engage your core to support the movement. Place your hands firmly for the stability. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Mahavakya. Engage Mool Bandha, visualize yourself as a clean, alert dog, poised with vibrant energy and ready to spring. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Janu Purvam Karo Nidhaya Deha, Manyat Patayet. The next asana is Bhujangasana Way. So start lying on your belly with your legs extended and toes flat. Place your palms beside your ribs and press them firmly onto the mat. Lift and spread your chest as you straighten your arms. Elbows straight. Perform the Bhujangini Mudra. Open the mouth wide and settle and draw the prana inward. Feeling energy rise like serpent. Samavritti. Inhale through the nose. Exhale evenly. Engage Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a poised cobra, lifting your chest with alertness and grace. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Sthiram dhritva paya kapolam cha padamapi raksha pusham vichitam. Now we'll be repeating the Pana Prasarasana. So stand on your hands with your wrist under your shoulders, toes tucked. Lift your hips high. Lift your hips high towards the ceiling. Samvay Mudra, Samavriti. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a king dog. Perform the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sarva Kriyayam Astanam Prasham Dridham Utkripya Praveshet Hoka Akarena Shwasa Shukra Bhujendo Bharam Uddhate. Now the next asana is Achala Asana. Start in a deep squatting position on your toes with knees wide. So lower yourself down with toes tucked, heels sit on the heels. Keep your knees wide. Place your hands flat on the ground in front of you for the support. And then slowly lean forward, shifting and dispersing your body weight onto all the four, the two palms and the tucked toes. So your toes are tucked. So you are balancing yourself on the floor. Hold the position with core engaged and if five neutral. Keep your engaged Mulabandha, Samavriti, Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as Achala, the unshakable, eternal presence at Creator's core. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Achalasanam. Now, the next asana is Gridrasana. From the squatting position with your feet hip width apart, hands planted firmly on the mat, shoulder width apart, fingers are spread wide for the support. And then bend your elbows slightly and press your knees onto the back of your upper arm near the triceps. Then engage your core as you lean forward, shifting your weight onto your hands and then lift your feet off the ground. Balance your body over your hands with knees, hugging your arms, Vaishnavi Mudra, Samavriti, engage Mudbandha, visualize yourself as a powerful vulture. Feel your acidic core that cleanses and transforms all the impurities. And Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Hastadhiram Bhumo Nitva Pakshiyo Januni Nipadya Unkayet. The next asana is Ekapada Kukkutam. To start in a squatting position, place your palms flat on the mat under your shoulders. And then extend one knee to rest on your back of your upper arm. In this position, rest one knee back of your upper arm. And then extend the other and lean forward to balance as you extend your one leg forward, as you extend your leg backward and up at an angle. So you're balancing yourself by leaning forward and one leg is bent with your knees on the upper arm and the other leg is extended backwards off the ground. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a profound rooster, radiant with vibrant calm. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Panchachuri Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam. The next asana. The next asana is Virasana Dve. So, as you lie down on your left side with your elbows on the ground, right hand resting on the side of the body. Inhale deeply. Engage Mula Bandha, Samavriti. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Atha Virasanam.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all from my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden, opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Start.
Now, we'll be entering into the next asana. The next asana is the Ekapada Kondyasana. So, start by bending your knees and sinking your hips down. So, this is Mayurasana with one leg on the top of his shoulder. So place thighs on your bent leg on the opposite arm and bend your elbows to create a shaft. Your fingers are pointing towards your head. So in Mayurasana, your fingers are pointing towards your belly, but this time in this asana, your fingers will be pointing towards front, towards your head. Engage your core as you lean forward and slightly lift onto your weights on your hand and lift your feet off the ground. Bring your heels towards the glutes. Visualize yourself as Kundalini Maharishi, embodying luminous intellect and serene devotion. Samavritti, engage Mulbandha, chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Vasishmatam Kondinam, Udukuttam Evacha, Ashtavakratha Kanam, Mayuram Teda Bandhanam. The next asana we'll be performing is Bhujangasana Dve. Let's start with the Ardhvasana, where you lie down on the belly with your legs extended, feet relaxed. Rest your arms slightly away from your body with palms facing down. Shoulder relaxed. Sakti Chalana Mudra, Bring your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of you. Engage Mulbandha, visualize your body as completely dead, physically sinking into eternal. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Adva, Tanam, Nam, Udaresh, Shanam, Hila, Sarvanganam. Now the next asana is Bhujangasana Uttaranga. So start lying on your belly with your legs extended, feet hip width apart. Place both the palms firmly onto the mat beside your ribs. Press into your hand to lift your chest and arch your spine like bow. Keep your gaze balanced forward. Bhujangini Mudra. Open your mouth wide and subtly draw the prana inward. Samavriti. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a cobra. And japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ansadayam Pashvoho Sthapitva Dhanuriva Upjayet. Once again, fully performing Virasana way on the other side. So this time, lie down on your right side, right elbow on the ground, and your head resting on your palm. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as blessed by the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, becoming completely powerful and deeply grounded. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uchitram Nilam Antam Shuddha Pakshi Sundaram. The next asana is Uttana Padasana. So as you are lying on your back with your legs extended, arm resting by your sides of your hip, place your hand side of your hips with the palm pressing onto the mat for stability. Inhale as you lift your legs up straight towards the sky, keeping the knees straight to strengthen your core. Engage your abdominal muscles firmly to support Shambhaya Mudra, Samavriti. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize a steady flow of nourishing energy from your feet back towards your heart. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uttanapada Saram Mam Vishte Janapada Urdhvam Prasarya Drishrina Sagre Nidhaya Manatam Bhaise. The next asana is Ekapada Pavanamuktasana. So start as you are lying down on your back with legs extended and legs extended on the ground, arms relaxed by your sides. Then exhale as you draw your right knee towards your chest. Then interlace a finger just below your right knees to support your leg. Keep your left leg fully extended, engaged on the mat. Hands in Parashmudra, interlace the fingers, Samavriti. Hug the chin to the chest in Jananda Bandha. Imagine a steady inner fire dissolving stagnation to restore digestive flow and clarity. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekapadapalmuktasanam Nam Ekam Janu Udara Sampi Anitva Hastabhyam Badbhag Upavana Munchati Dhruvam. Now we'll be repeating Ekapada Mukta Pavanasana on the other side. So switch the legs. So this time, extend your right leg and bring the left knee bent towards your chest, hands interlaced. Chalandravandha, Samavriti, hands in Parashamudra. Imagine a steady inner fire dissolving stagnation to restore digestive flow and clarity. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Yoga. Ekapavada, Ekapa. Padapavan Muktasanam Nam Ekam Jano Darisampi Nikta Hastabhyam Badhvatu Paramuk Uchedhruvam. The next asana is Kama Pithasana. So from as you're lying down on your back with your legs bent, feet flat on the ground, and turn your hands up and place your palms on the soles of the feet. Palms are facing up. Engage your core muscles as you gently lift your hips off the ground, creating a soft arch in your spine while keeping your neck long and supported. Samavriti, engage Mulbandha, Shambhava Mudra. Visualize an inner glow and radiant light emanating from the heart region. Shambhava Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Jainam Brishtu, Jainam Brinte Prishte Hasto, Padayo Nivasya. Now the next asana is Dhidin Uttolahana. So from the lying position on your back, with legs extended, hands holding the opposite elbows above behind your head, engage your abdominal core muscles as you lift your back and feet off the ground. Keep your spine long, chest open while maintaining the deep Shambhava Mudra. Visualize yourself blessed by the Guru. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Dharayitva Prishte Vistaraye Shibukam Dhridam Solanam. The next asana is Setu Uttolahanam. Uttolahanam. So once again, as you're lying down on your back, start seated with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Place your hands behind you with knuckles pressing firmly on the ground, and then lift your hips, chest upward, creating a gentle arch through the spine. Shambhava Mudra, Samavritti, Jalandhar Bandha. Hug the chin to the chest. Visualize yourself as a sturdy and stable bridge. Your feet and hand firmly rooted, your back and spine, hip raised, strong and steady. Nam Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Jidhyam Apuryam Swasam Hannam Nipidya Katim Uttalo Chate. The next asana is Hasta Chatushokanasana. So start with your hands with your wrist under your shoulders and knees on the ground. Engage the core firmly to lift and stabilize your body. Press your palms onto the mat to distribute the weight evenly on balance. Mulabandha, Samavriti, Sama, Shambhava Mudra. Visualize your body strong and steady. Shambhava Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Hasta Chatushkonasanam Padahasta Nam Padahasta Samatthapayitva Shariram Chatushkonatva Sthapayet Uchyate. The next asana is Vyagrasana. So start with hands and knees on the ground with your wrist under your shoulders. Inhale as you lift your right leg up towards the sky with the knees bent behind you, arching your back. Exhale as you round your spine, draw your right knee towards your nose. Engage your core. So try to twist your back as much as possible, arch your back as much as possible, and perform the Shambhavi Mudra. Antaranga Kumaka quickly and forcibly inhale through the nose. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a majestic lion. Shambhujapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Bhagasanam Nam Karatalam Ruksha Bhumi Sprishyam Padamaika Murdham Kritva Vyaghra Ram. The next asana is Vyagrasana Dve, Vyagrasana 2. So once again, this position is almost similar, where you lift your right leg up to the sky with one knee bent behind your arm. Engage your core, maintain the balance. Keep your neck neutral. Antaranga Kumka, engage. Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as majestic lion. Sound japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ardhanarish Karam Chit Chaita Bhagasana Bharave. Now we'll be repeating Vyagrasana on the opposite side. So we'll be switching the position of your legs. So this time, bring your left leg up, arching your back, and draw the left knee towards your nose, arching your back. So this is more a deeper stretch. Andaranga Kumbhaka, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a majestic lion. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Bhagasanam Nam Karatala Shonabhyam Bhumi Expression. Now we're repeating Vyagrasana Dve on the other side. On the left side, once again, lift your legs, lift your left leg, arching your back. Keep your core engaged. Shambhavi Mudra, Antaranga Kumka, where you forcibly exhale through the nose and inhale through the nose. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a majestic lion, radiating strength and their authority. Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ardhanarishwaram Chaitam Bhagavana Dharayet. Now, the next asana is Ustrahasana Purvanga. So from the kneeling position with your knees hip width apart and thighs perpendicular to the floor. Place your hands on the hips with your thumb resting on the hips for the support. Inhale as you lift your chest, tuck your tailbone slightly and lengthen your spine. Keep your core engaged, shoulder relaxed, and lean, arch your back as you lean little backward. Keep your Ujjayi Kumbha Pranayama engage, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a docile, intelligent, and resilient camel thriving in harsh 16. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vyogathaya Janvato Pari Pravishya Hastashiro Bhagam Prasthaha Paralambam Punyate. Now, the next asana is Ustrahasana. So, from the kneeling position with your knees hip width apart, toes flat, interlace the finger around your big toes with your index and middle finger in the Prana Mudra. So, in the Prana Mudra, hold on to the big toes of the respective legs as you lean backward. Sambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a docile, intelligent, and resilient camel thriving in heart's conditions. And Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Langa Pada Parangushta Samyogam Pura Praveshaka to Hita Skanda Richasa Praset. Now the next asana is Uttarahasana Uttaranga. Once again, as you are leaning on the knees, now place your hands flat on the soles of your feet with fingers pointing towards your toes. So in the previous asana, you are holding on to the big toes in Prana Mudra, and this asana, your hands are on the soles of the feet with fingers pointing towards your toes. Inhale as you lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Sambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as docile, intelligent, resilient camel thriving in heart condition. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vyogathya Jano Pari Siddha Urdhvayam Samuchyam Karatalapat Tatare Chadusyam Samnodet. Now the next asana is the Sasana way. To start, standing with your hands on the ground, fit hip width apart, knees slightly bent, and begin to bend your knees repeatedly in a controlled flowing motion, moving them forward and back along the thighs. So bring your knees, bend it towards the back and front. Yes. Keep your knees long and chest. So only you're bending the knees and making it straight. We are not bending your elbows. Engage Mula Bandha, visualize embodying the rapid electric alertness and agile. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vajasanam Sute Hanugha Punah Kuryat Tasashanam Bhavati. The next asana is Chaturanga asana. So from then, start kneeling with hands on the mat. Move into the plank position with your hands under your shoulders, toes tucked. Press your palms firmly onto the mat to engage your arms. Draw your belly in to keep your spine straight. Lengthen through your heels to activate your legs. Place your hands lightly under the shoulders for stability. Sahajikumbhaka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize your body strong and stable. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vichitram Neelam Kantam Shuddhapakshi Sundarkam. Now the next asana is Ashwari Asana. So start kneeling with your hands on the mat beneath your shoulders and knees beneath your hips, and shift forward to lift your knees off the ground, coming into a full plank position with your body in a straight line, and engage your core. And you rotate your body to one side. So keep your left hand on the ground and twist on your right side. Sambi Mudra, Sahaj Kumbhaka, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as a solid, unwavering, balanced on your side. Sambi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Madhya Dandach, Seg, Sasnam, Kantam Cha, Yogina, Asavriti, Vichyatam, Asanambani Tadvidu. Now we'll be repeating Ashwari Asana on the other side. So switch your position, rotate your body on the other side. This time place your right palm on the ground, twist towards your left, other hand on your hips. Balance yourself as you visualize yourself as solid, unwavering log balance on your side. Sahajkamta pranayama, engage. Mulbandha, Nandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Madhyaranda, Priya, Yagasra, Pashto, Yogina, Asa, Varita, Yaksham, Asalambi, Tadviduhu. Relax for a moment as we get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Hamsasana. So from the kneeling position with your knees apart, toes grounded behind you, place your hands on the mat in front of your hips with your fingers pointing backward. Bend your elbows and press them firmly onto your lower abdomen to create a strong support. Inhale as you lean forward, lifting your chest while extending, keeping your toes grounded behind. Engage your core to balance and lift yourself. Fingers are pointing towards your head. So there's a difference between Virasana and this, where the hands are not towards your hips, it is towards your head. Engage your core, create a strong support, and lift your feet off the ground, head off the ground, and balance. Perform Sahajakumka, engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as an elegant, graceful swan. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Vichitram Neelam Kantam, Shuddhapakshi Sundakam. Now, the next asana is Akarita Kukkutasana. To begin, seated with your legs bent and knees drawn out wide towards your side rather than straight back. So, this is Mayurasana, where your knees are bent, soles of the feet together. So, enter into the Mayurasana and then you can bend your knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Perform with Sahajakumka, Shambhavi Mudra, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a proud rooster, ready radiant with vibrant calm and feather. Chandra Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Panchakuli Kukkutam Cha Ekapad Kukkutam Akaritam Bandhachuli Pash Kukkutam Evacha. Now, we'll be entering into the next asana. The next asana is Mayurasana 3. So it's similar to Mayurasana, where you place your hands on the mat, fingers pointing towards your abdomen. Bend the elbows. If you can relax for a moment, you can rotate your wrist, take your hands for a moment. And let's get ready. Bend your elbows firmly into your elbows. Your elbows should be onto your abdomen. Keep your inner elbows and pinky edge of the hands touching for the support. Engage the core, lean forward onto your arms. Lift your feet off the ground, balancing your body horizontally with legs extended. Sahajkumka, engage Mulbandha to show yourself as a radiant cloud peacock. Sanjapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Langha Dhira, Parayugmam, Janva, Bhimukham, Nakhagraha, Prasthapya. Now the next asana. The next asana is Advasana Dve, where you lie down on your stomach with your legs extended and top of your feet resting on the mat. Place your forehead gently on the mat to keep the neck neutral. Slide your hands beneath your torso with your palms facing up against your stomach. Place your hand palms against your stomach, palms facing up, allowing the elbows to fold comfortably alongside the body. Let your chest soften towards the ground as you settle into the space. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka, Sahaj Kunga Pranayama, Mool Bandha, visualize the body as well as palm resting on the earth. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Advasanam. The next asana is Salavasana Dve. So lie prone on your belly, with your legs extended back, chin resting softly on the earth for deep grounding. Place your fist firmly beside your wrist. And then inhale, engage your core fully, and then lift both of your legs high while gently arching your back forward to form the soaring locust shape. Breathe evenly. Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mudavantha. Gaze to the north and visualize yourself as a resilient, adaptive locust. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Atho Mukham Saitha Chibukam Bhoma Nibandham. The next asana is Dvita Kundasana. So from the kneeling position, as you're lying down on your back, lengthen your spine, Keep your hands resting on your hips so to begin. And then press your hips forward while engaging your core to support. Reach your hands down to hold on to your feet, your heels. Draw your shoulders blade together as you open your chest and lean back into the pose. Keep your neck long and your breath steady as you stand through the front body. Nabhi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize the two hump of a camel. Sanjipa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Ajadvi, Dvika Kundasanam. The next asana is Dhanurasana, Chatur Purvanga. So as you're lying face on the ground, with legs extended, bend both the knees and cross your arms behind you, reaching to hold the opposite foot. The right hand holds the left foot and the left hand holds the right foot. You're holding on to the opposite foot. Inhale deeply, hold your breath with control, engage your core, back muscles as you lift your chest and back of your head off the ground, spreading the chest forward and lift your legs and pull the feet towards your hand, allowing your body to form a steady back bend. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Karadvayam, Viparitam, Gulfadvayam, Dhidam Dhiritva. The next asana is Dhanurasana. So from this lying down position with legs extended, arm reaching the body, lift your chest as you're holding on to the respective, holding on to clasp your ankles. Lift your chest and back of your head off the ground, spreading your chest forward, up. And pull your ankles towards your hand, allowing your body to form a steady board shape. Visualize yourself as a powerful, full-drawn bow. Samidapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Adho Mukham Syana Hastadvayam, Prishchet Sarye. The next asana is Dhanurasana Turanga. When Dhanurasana Turanga, as you're lying down with on your belly, extend the arms and slightly lifted, reach your hands upward to grasp your big toes from the above. Inhale, engage your core muscles and lift your chest, head and thighs. And arching your spine into a bow, keeping your elbows lifted and pulled back. Shambhi Mudra, Samakumaka. Engage Mulabandha. And visualize yourself as a powerful, fully drawn bow. Shambhi Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Kakshamagre, Dahastam. Karapadangushtayo Vitam. Next asana is Vajras Chalana Asana. So sit on your knees. Keep your chest open, core engaged, hands on the thighs for stability. Samana Kumbhaka, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a fierce and brilliant thunderbolt, a flash of divine power and unstoppable force. And Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vajras Vajraschalanasanam Nam Vajrasanasya Nabhicharayan Apanam Urdham Nayet Vajrasana Vajrasadvi Shudhe. The next asana is Hastangula Bandha Asana. So, from the kneeling position, interlace the finger together behind your back and thread your body gently through the arms, creating a wriggling motion by squeezing and releasing the torso. Keep your shoulder engaged, open. Maintain the steady breath and core. Inhale in Samanakumka, engage Mulabandha, visualize against stagnant tamasic energy being released from the tip of the nose. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Asattu Vyasya Anguri Badda Sarvadehi Bahumanthe Niskashe Umidam. The next asana is an advanced asana. So this is handstand where your knees are bent. So this is Nithyanasana. Assuming from the Tadasana posture, bring your thighs and calves together tightly. Raise your back. Balance your body with control as you lift your kick the legs off the ground. Balance and gently bend the knees. So there's a handstand where you're balancing on the hands. Samana Kumaka. Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a vision thread. Water lapping thighs and calves united as you raise back. Engage Mulabandha. You can see on the screen the asana performed by Maharaj. Pakasanam Guhyam Urunam Pinjayos Sannive. Relax for a moment. The next asana is Salabhasana Purvanga. So this is similar to Pinchamayasana where your elbows will be on the ground. You will be balancing your on the elbows with legs straight vertically. And with control, kick your legs up, driving through your standing foot to bring both the legs overhead until your body forms a straight line. So once again, place the forearms on the ground, elbows up, and kick your legs and balance, bringing the body in a straight line. Hold as you engage Mulabandha, Samanakumka, and visualize yourself as resilient, adaptive locus. Japa, Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Janutalam, Bhujatalam, Varitalam, Bhumodham, Nidhaya. Relax. The next asana is Vrikshasana Dve. So in this, once again, you'll be lifting your body on the elbows, and but this time you'll be bending your knees and arching your back to bring touching the head of the ground with the feet. This is Vrikshasana Dve. Arch your back from the previous asana. Try to arch your back and try to bring your feet touching the crown of the head. Shambhi Mudra Saman Kumaka, engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a fierce, resilient party. Keep it pure and highly flexible, stagnant. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Viksha, Vikshasanam, Nam Sishasanya, Pada Krisha Sisa, Namitva, Vikshasanam, Vijivai. Relax for a moment, shake your legs, shake your hand as we get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Durasanam. So from the kneeling position with your knees wide apart, your forearms resting on the ground in front of you, palms down, allow the hips to stay lifted above your heels rather than sitting fully back. Gently lower your torso between your thighs, lengthening your spine forward and relaxing your neck. Engage Mulabandha, Samana Kumbhaka, form the Mandukhi Mudra, close the mouth and subtly move the tongue to the hollow of the mouth. Visualize the quality of rabbit, lightness and alertness. And the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Kurmasanam, Madis, Chetam, Durdurasana Muchate. Now the next asana is Dvalika Asana. In this asana, begin seated in comfortable position. Then place your hands on the ground in front of you and lean forward slightly. Step your right foot outside the corresponding forearms with your feet flat on the ground. And extend your left leg back, knees resting lightly on the floor. Lower your forearms to the ground for the support. The feet is outside of the palms. Keeping your pelvis low and spine elongated. Gaze downward. Shambhi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka. Shambhi Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dakshapadam cha Vyomaru Mule Vinyasa Tatparam. Now the next asana we're performing is repeating Dvalika Asana. So switch your legs. If you had the right leg at front, now bring your left leg at front. Feet flat on the ground. Knee raised. Right leg, knee on the ground. Deepen your stretch with core engaged. Samana Kumbhaka engaged. Mulabandha. Visualize yourself low to ground like Deku. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dakshinapadam cha va Moru Mayule Vinyasa Tatpadam. The next asana is Vyagrasana, Purvanga. So from the Gajasana posture, where the palms are on the ground, heels off the ground, legs lifted, inverted in a V shape. Keep your arms strong, shoulder broad. Lengthen your spine by pressing your hips higher and bring the chest towards the thigh. Shambhi Mudra, Sahaj Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a powerful straight tiger roaming the jungle. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. मूर्धानं मोदो निहत्यर्थंकोच कुम्भक समाचरे. The next asana I will be performing is Vyagrasana. Sit with your hands. Start with the hands on the mat, slightly ahead of your head. Your legs are straight. Keep your hips so your body form a upside down L shape. Keep your back flat and strong, avoiding any arch. Lift your head and gaze forward, keeping arms straight and shoulder active. Now mudras, Mahavakya, engage Mudabandha. Visualize yourself as a powerful Shri tiger roaming in the jungle. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Dvichedotita Pada Takala Paralatalai Stiraha. Now relax yourself, lie down in Savasana, extend your hands, extend your legs without touching any part of your body. Visualize the supreme body of Hinduism is liberating you.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nithyananda
And slowly come back to your physical body, starting with your fingers, feet, ankles, wrist. Then bring your knees to the chest, rock from side to side. And lean on one side, come back to the comfortable seated position. As you bring your hands in Namaskar Mudra, offering our gratitude to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, for giving this opportunity to perform Nithyananda Yoga. Now, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Bhatukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. See you tomorrow for the daily life Nithyananda Yoga. Nithyananda.